Hey folks, I'm out here at the supermarket waiting on a friend, and yeah, it's what I've been trying to explain to the Seventh-day Adventist Church for 4 or 5 years, whatever it's been, is that the seventh day has to be kept perfectly holy, and there's only one person who could have done that. It had to be somebody sinless, and of course Jesus is that, and of course we have to be sinless to enter into God's seventh day. And so Saturday was symbolic of that. You know what I'm saying? And so obviously we can't be under the Saturday Sabbath commandment, because that would say that Jesus is not Lord of the Sabbath, and it would also say that that's the true Sabbath, and that we can somehow keep it in an imperfect state. And so this is why the fourth commandment is not considered the same as the other 9 commandments. And until you can rightly divide the scripture, you're going to confuse the issue. Certainly in the old covenant, God made a law where certainly they had to keep the Shabbat holy, but until somebody sinless came around like Jesus, the God's true seventh day, remember the seventh day of Genesis, was broken because of sin. It was because of sin, which is why it was put in the 10 Commandments, why Israel was given that before God gave them the law at Sinai. It's because 7 is the number of perfection, and until we are made perfect in a perfect state, without sin, in a glorified body as Christ is resurrected, the seventh day cannot be truly kept. And so it was symbolic. You know what I'm saying? It had to be symbolic. God is a spirit, and his seventh day is a spiritual reality. It's not Saturday, because Saturday can be broken. And God is a God that demands perfection. And the only way anybody can be perfect is through Jesus Christ, through being resurrected as he was, which is why God established that to begin with. And so that's why the church is no longer required to keep the Old Testament fourth commandment. We certainly learn from the laws of Moses what the moral obligations are, moral laws are, how God is a moral God. And it was because of sin the seventh day was broken. And, I know I sound like I'm beating a dead horse, but I just want to make it very clear, because the Lord continues to give me revelation on it as to why the church is not obligated to uphold the fourth commandment, because it can only be upheld truly through Jesus Christ, and truly in a glorified state. You see, God didn't do away with it, but the only way the seventh day can truly be kept holy is by people that are perfect and sinless. And we know that from Adam's fall. We know that Adam was the original Lord of the Sabbath, and because of the fall, because he gave in to Satan and the temptations, Jesus resisted the same temptations: the lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes, and pride of life, which is the same 3 temptations that we have to overcome through the Spirit of God. And so this is why we have to rightly divide the scripture. Otherwise, we can get caught up into a lying satanic cult, which is what the Seventh-day Adventist Church is. And they're trying to establish their own godliness in the flesh, which cannot be established. And so this is why I'm trying to help people that are caught up into that false religion to come out of it, and to understand why the church does not highlight the fourth commandment. It's not that that God has done away with it. It's that the only way it can truly be fulfilled, you have to understand that Sabbath, the seventh day, predated sin, and it was broken because of sin, because of Adam's sin, and the curse came upon the. So when you say that the church is obligated to keep the fourth commandment, you're literally saying we're back under the curse of the law, and you're condemning yourself. So, anyway, I got to go. God bless you.